Why finding a job feels impossible right now. You've uploaded your resume to every site you know. You've polished your LinkedIn profile, you've refreshed your skills, and still you're getting no interviews. Or worse, interviews that lead nowhere. What if I told you it's not just you? The job market itself is broken, and it's shifting in ways you aren't being told. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what's changed in 2025, why your old tactics are failing, and what you can do right now to flip the odds in your favor. Stick around, because the first strategy will save you weeks of wasted effort. The truth is, we're living through a once-in-a-generation shift in how people get hired. The resume and application model built in the 1990s simply can't handle today's automation, competition, and corporate behavior. The result? Millions of qualified people are getting filtered out before a single human ever sees their name. Let's break it down. There are three major forces reshaping the job market in 2025. And then I'll show you 4 tactics you can use immediately to rise above the chaos. Shift number 1. The volume versus quality collapse. 5 years ago, you could apply to 40 roles and expect 2 or 3 callbacks. Today, people are sending hundreds of applications into the void and hearing nothing. Why? Because AI now screens resumes faster than humans ever could, and less accurately. Recruiting platforms are overloaded. A single mid-level job might get 1,500 applicants. Automated filters eliminate 80% instantly, often for reasons that make no sense. Maybe your resume uses the wrong file type, or your job title doesn't perfectly match the keyword in the listing. You are out before a person even looks, and that's not a conspiracy, and it's corporate math. Recruiters are managing hundreds of roles, and companies don't want to pay for time-intensive screening. The system favors quantity over quality, and you're competing with automation, not people. So the takeaway? The apply everywhere strategy is dead. The new advantage comes from depth, not breadth. Researching, targeting, and positioning yourself where your resume actually gets seen. Shift number 2. The skills mismatch myth. You've probably heard you just need more skills. That's half true, but also misleading. The real issue isn't that you lack skills, it's that employers are confused about what they want. They'll post for a junior role and ask for 10 years of experience. They'll demand expert proficiency in a tool that came out last summer. The result? Job descriptions are no longer reflections of real roles. They're wish lists written by committees. So when candidates get rejected, it's not because they're underqualified, it's because they're not perfect matches for imaginary expectations. Meanwhile, companies complain about a talent shortage while ghosting thousands of qualified people. The truth? There's no shortage of talent. There's a shortage of clear, realistic hiring processes. This mismatch leads to self-doubt. Smart, capable people start believing they're not good enough, when in fact, the system isn't built to recognize them. That's why the solution isn't to chase every new certificate. It's to position yourself strategically in front of decision makers who can actually see your value. Shift number 3. The ghost job phenomenon. Now for the strangest part. The rise of the ghost job. Thousands of listings exist purely for optics. Some companies post them to make it look like they're growing. Others use them to collect resumes or gauge salary expectations. Many are never intended to be filled at all. So you might be customizing your cover letter, rewriting your resume, and sending follow-ups for a position that doesn't even exist. Imagine training for a race, and the finish line was never painted. That's why the old playbook, apply, wait, hope, is useless in 2025. The game has changed, and you have to change with it. So what can you do? Let's shift from frustration to action. Here are 4 tactics that actually work in this environment. Tactic 1. Go from application to conversation. If you're relying only on job portals, you're invisible. Real hiring happens through connection, not submission. So instead of sending another resume into a black hole, message people inside the company, managers, teammates, recruiters, and request a 10-minute conversation. Keep it short and specific. I saw your team is working on X. I've handled similar challenges and wanted to exchange insights. That small shift reframes you from job seeker to peer. It works because people hire people, not PDFs. Tactic 2. Use data to prove relevance. Recruiters hear generic lines all day. You'll stand out by referencing something measurable or recent. Example: I noticed your Q2 earnings mentioned a 12% drop in retention. I've led projects that cut churn by 18% in 6 months. Happy to share how. That one sentence communicates research, initiative, and value. It shows you understand the business, not just the job description. Decision makers remember that. Tactic 3. Build a one-page micro project. Here's something few candidates do. Create a sample deliverable showing how you'd solve one of their real problems. It can be a mock marketing plan, product outline, or process map. Whatever fits your field. You're no longer claiming to be qualified, you're proving it. The impact is enormous. Instead of competing for attention, you're demonstrating results. It tells them, this person doesn't just want the job, they're already thinking like they work here. Tactic 4. Build an opportunity radar. Stop waiting for listings. Start identifying companies you admire and track them over time. Follow funding announcements, acquisitions, or leadership changes. Many hires happen quietly before a job ever hits LinkedIn. If you're in touch early, you're first in line when it opens. Networking isn't luck, it's timing and preparation. Here's the bottom line. The job market feels impossible because it's not built for fairness, exciting, it's built for efficiency. Automation and corporate bureaucracy have replaced personal evaluation. But the people who adapt, who learn to play the system strategically, still win. You're not broken. The system is. But you can learn to navigate it better than anyone else. So don't just apply, connect. Don't just tell, show. Don't just wait, build. If this gave you clarity, hit like, subscribe for more weekly breakdowns, and comment below which of these tactics you'll use first. I'll personally reply to a few. The job market may be broken, but your strategy doesn't have to be.